All right, everybody, welcome into another Wednesday webinar. Happy to have you guys. What are we? How to value land quickly. This is a very, very important topic. We'll talk about some tools here today, a lot of different ways you can do this. Evaluating land, comping land quickly is what we're going to be talking about in this. Welcome, everybody in the chat. Just let me know. Let's get a question of the day. What is the best way? Hold on one second. Get Daniel up here in a second. Question of the day I'm going to put in here. Welcome, DBLOMV. Question of the day. All right. What is the best way to value real estate? Put your answers in here. We're going to be talking a lot about this today in regards to land. You hear me, Dan?
Yeah, all good. How's it going, guys?
Hey, doing well.
Can you hear me better now? I changed my microphone.
Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, Ron, you should try it. But Brian was messaging me on Instagram about Padel. Yeah, we got played a tennis tournament last night, or we played 2 nights ago.
It was real good.
What is the best way to value real estate accurately? We could add that for sure. I put real estate in particular, not just land, so other people can chime in, maybe if they're not in land right now. As you guys are joining in, question of the day, what is the best way to value a piece of real estate, whether it's land, houses, multifamilies, whatever? What is the best way to evaluate to properly comp real estate? Mark Hudson said Zillow, Redfin, LandWatch, actives and solds.
Welcome in, guys.
I'll make sure we're going to give it a few minutes before we get started, guys. Get the answers in. Whatever your thoughts are. We have almost 75 people in here right now. Would love to hear from all 75 of you. What are your opinions? How do you value a piece of real estate? Maybe it's you're not familiar with what we're like. What are your thoughts on it? Where would you go if there's a house and you're like, I'm trying to figure out what this house is actually worth? Could be as simple as using the Zestimate. Golden Conversation says land portal. I like that. MLS sold comps less than 3 months. Old market exposure, resale only.
Is this coffee really strong, Ron?
It's good. Got your computer reflection on the screen.
That's all right. That's how you know it's not a virtual background.
Yep. Zillow, Redfin, sold comps, surrounding comps, but I've had some comps come in low. After I get in contract, that changes my exit price.
20% of houses for land.
Something I really need help with in my business. We'll try to help you today. Cleophas.
Realtor stepping on the property.
Lamport tool, maybe. Use ChatGPT to ask the market value and the sold comps of land. Risky business there, Enigma. If you're just the issue with ChatGPT is with something like this is, does it have all the knowledge that it needs?
No, it doesn't have all the sold comps. It's not connected to MLS directly.
That's the issue, and it's not going to be able to like.
Yeah, and that's where like
Huh?
And that's where what I would do. So if you want to connect it to ChatGPT, you can, but go into Land Portal API, get the API from Land Portal, and then ChatGPT will have all of the sold and for sale comps, and then you can work off that. That's what I would do. Because right now it doesn't. I've tried to play a lot with ChatGPT and comps. It just doesn't have. It's not connected to any MLS data.
Wish we could use Land Portal API, but the comps and the comp report just don't compare. So what you need to do, for land partners, instead of Instead of using the comp report when you're trying to do that, just use comps. Like you want it to do like a filtered search essentially instead of
Yeah.
using the comp report, because the comp report is going to pick the comps that it
Correct.
likes. So what you can do, I'm trying to comp land in Macon County, Georgia, 2 acres, whatever. Like, okay, tell it instead, don't run a comp report. Tell it I want to filter all MLS sold properties or whatever you want. So use a filtered search for the API and create your own comp report.
Yeah. And then you'll get your own comp report. So we have probably 20 to 30 users who are kind of like reselling comp reports, and they're connected to the Land Portal API to pool the comps because we have MLS comps feeding. So what you're thinking of is a comp report, which is AI, which is telling you what the best comps are. That's not what you want. What you want is all the comp reports and to create your own. That's the route you got to go.
First, establish highest and best use. Yeah, that's a good point. Real estate, the potential of a piece of real estate can definitely determine the value for sure. That's why some land that can be developed on is worth so much more money than maybe land down the road that isn't zoned to be developed. That's a really, really good point.
All right, we have 120 people in here. Let's get rolling.
All right, let's get rolling here, guys. The topic, what's the full topic, Dan? I can't see it in there. How to value any piece of land. Is there a time limit there?
5 minutes.
All right, cool. Let's get rolling. I am going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to walk through some different ways you can do this for sure. I think this is the best way to go about this. Let me hide this. And as we're going through, guys, and I'm going to go up and scroll up a little bit. If you guys have other questions, please put them in the chat. Also, how many of you guys are, before I get started here, how many of you guys are first time seeing us, first time watching us, whether it's live, podcast, whatever? How many of you guys are first time on our channel right now? Put that in the chat. We're going to go ahead and get started as you guys respond there. Very curious. Maybe you guys are dipping your toes in the land right now. Always glad to have you guys in here. All right, let's hide this. All right, where do we want to go, Dan? Let's just pick a piece of land and let's comp it.
Yep, let's do it. So should we do this on beta and show or no?
Show what? No.
The release this week? Okay. All right, we will not show the big release this week. All right, zoom into any property in Tennessee.
Let's go Tennessee. Let's go.
Don't go Western. Don't go Western because it's too
Don't go Western. Okay, so let's go a little outside of Nashville. And let's find a piece of land down here. Again, I have no clue where we are. Let's go right here. This looks vacant. There's something here, but it's not a house. All right, so we actually have a piece of land we're selling here. We have 10 acres right here in Rutherford County, Tennessee. Again, how do we comp this land? So where do we want to start here, Dan? I feel like so a lot of people in the comments, everything like that, there are steps, I think, to comping land accurately. And a lot of times what I like to do, Dan, is starting with AI. Like I like AI to be a good baseline for me comping land. Is that how you like to do it or what?
Yeah, because it's the easiest thing to just get a little point of reference for, and it's fast, right? So it gives you kind of a baseline, and then this is probably like a 4-step process in my head.
We are on Rocky Sherlock. We are on landportal.com. There is a free trial if you want to try it out. I think there's a link in the description. Should be at least. Okay, so let's do AI first. So as you scroll down on the property card for this property, you're going to see some numbers here. Here's a Land Portal estimate. This is the estimated price from Land Portal. We have estimated price per acre. And as I scroll down here, I'm going to show some other numbers here as well, Dan, because we should have assessed value. And then you're going to also see the land market value. So I want to talk about the difference here. So what this is essentially what the county is assessing this for. Okay, so the county is assessing this at 155. Dan, should we believe this? What do you take about this number?
Some counties
this is market value. This is assessed. I'm sorry, assessed is actually 38. Market value, I believe this comes from the county as well. I could be wrong, but assessed value.
There's no house on this, right?
No house, no.
There's no house. Okay. Last sale price, $19.98, $0. Yeah, I wouldn't take this in a place like this with much. There are areas though, Ron, where assessed value is pretty freaking good. Might not be for vacant land, but there are areas where they actually assess it annually and they have good numbers for it. When in doubt, never use it.
I 100% agree. I would take a lot more. So here's the AI number. So our first estimation of this value, and again, the issue with some people is they try to comp too quickly. They're like, all right, let's use Land Portal's AI estimate. And that's right. Like it's $304,388. That's not the way to go about this. It is a great starting point. I'm going to write this number down because we're going to get some other numbers. I'm just going to write 304,000 LP.
Yeah, write that step one.
Okay.
One.
Actually, yeah, let's do that. Should we make a doc? Let's do it.
Yeah, might as well. Because there's going to be 3 or 4 steps. The first goal is just to get a baseline. Like whether this baseline holds or not, we'll see. But it kind of helps. Just it's the fastest number to get.
Step 1, LP property. And this is also different than property card estimate because that's going to be different than going to. And then step 2 is going to be LP comp report.
Yeah, Brian, that's a good point. I like to use assessed value when it meets 50% of the purchase price. Bring that into sales pitch. Yes, you can absolutely use that on a sales pitch because that's what the number they see too. So it can definitely work in your favor on that. Absolutely.
All right. So we did number 1, LP property card estimate. And I'm not going to plug numbers in here so I can share this with you, or you guys can take a screenshot or write this yourself, whatever. Actually, I am going to put numbers on here. So 304.
What's the comp report estimate?
304,000 LP comp report estimate. So what you're going to do here to get a comp report is you are going to go up here and we're going to go reports and we are going to go to AI comp report. This is going to be similar. It should be similar to this $304,000. This is a number that is, this is going to take it. So it's looking at, when we pull the comp report, it's looking at comps from yesterday. If there's comps from yesterday that are affecting it, this one is going to have a little bit more delay. Where this might, I don't know how often this one's updated, Dan, but I want to make sure we pull both because things could have changed since this was updated.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll pull both, but this is kind of under the same category. Just tab over on that, Ron, say on your PDF for step 1, just say comp report and just comp report probably. Like we just need one of them.
You think?
It's counterintuitive. It's the same machine learning, but I just put.
I'm just gonna have both. Okay. Then step 3 is gonna be market comps, and this is gonna be going on Land Portal. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go on Land Portal, and this is where we actually got to start thinking. Okay. So what we're gonna do, actually, let's first look at the quality of the land because what I didn't see a lot of answers, Dan. Go on Zillow, go this. But one of the most important things, especially when you're comping land, location is huge. Absolutely. But also the quality of the land. What's going on with the land? Is it in wetlands? Is it really sloped? What kind of land is it? Is really important. So the first thing I'm going to look at is buildability, show buildability. And we can see that the front half of this is very, very buildable. This is amazing. Like this is good quality land, especially for this area in Tennessee. Then I'm going to go on the right side and I'm going to go and hit FEMA floodplain. What else can affect the price of my land? Floodplain, wetlands, water features. I'm not seeing anything on here, Dan. So it's not sloped, very straightforward land. It's not cleared, but I don't think we really have to worry about that. But there's nothing, in my opinion, Dan, and you can tell me differently if you think.
Just drop on Street View real quick. That would be my last quick check.
Yeah, really good point. It's very clean land.
That's good. That's our last check. Hit escape and let's keep moving.
Very clean land. So, comping land.
Yeah, soil too, Mark. That's a good point. Yep. All those overlays. All right. So let's check the comp report now.
Let's go defects here.
But that's a whole different thing, though. That's not really comping, kind of. That's like due diligence almost. I would keep it out personally.
Okay, so now we're going to go up here and we're going to go to reports and we're going to go to market comps. I think this opens a new tab. I'm going to hit it anyways.
It does.
So what we're doing now,
now we're
going to look a little bit more by hand. What's actually going on? And it's going to preset. Is this 25% both ways? Is that correct, Dan, or 20?
Yeah, it's either 20 or 25%. So it's going to preset that. It's going to preset the 1 year, and it's going to automatically sort by distance, as you see in that column distance. We have Redfin links in there so you can pull them up. We have Land Portal links so you can see all the listings. You can view them on. So the first thing I do here, Ron, what are we even looking at? These are all the comps in the last year between 8 to 13.5 acres, right? The first thing I do is look for outliers. So you look at the price per acre, 30, 15, 35, 50, 32, 26, just going down the price an acre. I'm looking for anything that absolutely doesn't fit there.
Yeah, so we're looking, let's just filter by, actually, let's filter by price per acre and see like where are these outliers. Okay, so we have an outlier at $151,000 per acre. I'm just gonna hide these outliers. I believe this is still an outlier.
But then you got to get rid of the top outliers too if you're doing that. Can I just point something out real quick, Ron? Just pause right here. All right, so right now our average and median price is 27,000. Can you highlight that in the bottom? Go over to the right, two right columns. Price per acre, 29,688 and 27,000. That's our median and average price per acre right there. I just want to point out our market or our LP estimate price in the property card was $28,000 an acre. So that's a confidence booster. I have 29,000 an acre on this, 27,000, and then our LP estimate right on that property card that we showed was 28,000 an acre. That's giving me some confidence that we're probably in this right range. Just
I think this is still a high end, 41,000, and I think these two are low end. Again, this puts us right in this ballpark again with these comps. 10 for 325.
So let's write that down real quick. Let's write that down. This is also what do you want to say? This is also county-wide that we're using now. You could filter by distance and stuff, but we'll keep it like this.
Kind of interesting. This is what I guarantee when we look at the comp report. I'm actually going to pull this up at the same time, Dan, because look at this comp, guys. 4 acres. I'm sorry, not 4 acres. 4 miles away from our property, which is the least of any comp. The exact same acreage, pretty much. Sold for almost exactly what that estimate was saying. This is going to be the best comp in my opinion, Dan. We haven't looked at the map yet or the quality of property, but you wanted to write down these numbers. Is that correct?
No. So yeah, I already did. So yeah, put 28 to 29,000 on there.
Let's go here.
An acre.
LP market comps.
Don't do total. Do per acre. I think
28,000 to 29.
And then do the same as 28,000 on the property card.
This is 28. Okay.
Yeah.
So 20. And we're not going to get the exact dollar this property is going to sell for. What I want to do, what our goal is here, let's get within 10%. Comping land is not easy. You're never going to be exact. Even with houses, you're never going to be exact. We could say this top and bottom are still outliers in my opinion. It's still good kind of probably
hit show on map. Let's look at them
in the same spot. Does show on map only doing the ones that aren't hidden? Is that correct, Dan?
Yes. So put those ones back on probably. Let's see those. Yeah. Then hit show on map. And you can pull up the Redfin links on there too. That's on production, Ron.
I'm on production. I'm on a real account.
Oh, okay. If you guys ever want to look at the listings, but you can see them here on Land Portal.
See where our property is real fast, so we know relative. So looking at our property, we're southwest of Murfreesboro.
Southeast.
You're right.
Murfreesboro,
yeah. So we have these two properties that are really close. Here's 12.8 acres for $450,000. So this is probably this property. So what this is doing, it's linking. It's a linking based on what realtors are posting. If they post the wrong APN or something like that, this is going to be the property.
Or if it was one property at the time.
What'd you say? Yeah, it might have been one property.
Or if it was one property
exactly.
at the time. Yeah.
But yeah, 12 acres, very normal land. It's going to be this one. I'm almost positive in terms of that. Scrolling in down here, another comp that's relatively close. It was probably both of these properties potentially.
No, I just think they probably put that house on since then.
Yeah, you're right. So the house was built.
Well, you got to realize MLS, you guys get it confused. MLS comps are in the instant it sells. If there's a house on it now, it doesn't matter. The house wasn't there. Like things happen.
The comp's 10 acres for 3 or 4, nothing to do with the house. Correct.
Yeah. Correct.
So now these are the comps that I really don't like, Dan. Like that, like I said, we're getting really far away. Let's see the quality of the land here. So it's some 12 acres of this parcel right here. $405,000, which again puts us right in the ballpark. And if you go, a lot of people suggested go on Zillow, go on Redfin, go on the whatever. It's going to be the exact same thing in terms of what we're showing here. These are all MLS, real MLS comps, which I love. And having this directly on Land Portal, being able to see the quality of the land of each of these parcels is really valuable. Let's see this one. So this one, you wonder why this sold so cheap. It's because the access is really, this is our cheapest one. So you go back to market comps. This actually didn't sell too bad, but these two are outliers for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah, but that's still, what is that an acre
Yeah,
though?
this one was actually close, but I think this is our spot, Dan, right around 30, honestly. I think it's a little more than what we're thinking.
All right, so let's just talk this out real quick. So 30,000, 28,000 something was our LP estimate. Market comps are showing around 29-ish, 30-ish
I think it's closer to
thousand.
30. I'm gonna say like 29 to 30.
30,000. So that puts us around 300,000 bucks, right, Ron?
Yeah, we're 10.7, I believe. Let's pull up our comp report.
What's your, just off looking at what we looked at, what's your confidence score right now?
Very high. I think for me,
I would
what
say
you
very
look
high.
for in land, guys, is one really good comp. And let's click Redfin on this too. 4.28 acres. Like, you guys want to go on a different site? Let's see what's going on. So there actually are some things on this property. It was listed as land. The value of this property is land. There is some other things on this property. So this actually makes me think a little bit differently, because it is really important to get into each comp. So let's go back here. Okay. And that the realtor listed this as land. Like, they thought the value of this property was the land. Obviously, there's other things on it. There's no living unit.
It's like a barn
property
or something. It could add like 40,000 bucks or something. A barn, you know, there's.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually switch this back. Sorry. I think it's really close to 28, Dan. I think that LP estimate's really good. I'm gonna actually switch this like 27.5 based on that, because there is some added value, like Dan said, to 28.5. Let's pull up our comp report real fast, Dan.
So the LP estimate's very accurate right now because it has a lot of comps too. Probably in this area, like we saw some good comps. The LP estimate's usually as good as the comps are, right? So if you have low quality comps, not
so
as
this
good.
is saying a lot more expensive based on this. The issue with some of these AI tools, guys, as you can see, is when a realtor, and I told you this is going to be the #1 comp, when a realtor lists something like this, and it is land, but it has improvements on here, that's why you need to look into it.
Yeah, but look at the one below it. What's that? 40. That's the one that's skewing it. Click that. And then hit MLS details.
It's got a driveway, but yeah, it's nothing crazy.
Hit MLS details real quick. Go to the Redfin link.
It's got that driveway in there. Private gate.
This is what's skewing it to 33 is a recent sale right next to it. Sold in May, sold last month.
This is like, important to have something that's a little different.
This is the comp report saying ding, ding, ding. Like, there's something that happened really recently that we put as the #2 comp, and they're weighing it pretty aggressively.
I'm going to star in these questions, guys, so we make sure we get to these before we end. We have about 10 more minutes.
#4, Ron, we can put it's almost like your own judgment. Like, I'm combining these. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, probably 28 to 30,000 in my head. But that comp last month, Ron, can you see how far away that is from us? Like, look on Redfin on the map, maybe, or Land Portal.
Which one am I looking at? Sorry.
The last comp we just pulled up on Redfin. That was that driveway one. I think it's over to the right one more. No, go.
This is it. Oh, this is an auction.
Is that it? Is this it? 40,000 auction. That's what I mean. I let's try to figure out where this is. Click that little map. Yeah, right there. Zoom out a little bit. This is east. I'm telling you, this is skewing my thing quite a bit. This is near us.
How far does this come from us? Where's the distance? Just 6 miles.
6 miles. It's right north of us. This is really skewing me to think like we might be able to push a little bit more.
This sold in April, though, Dan. It's not like this other one's old.
It's true.
It had a driveway, though. Like, it did have a driveway. It had probably a building spot. It had a gate. But, I mean, this one also had
But look at all the comps below it. 35, 37, 36, 35.
Brian, you just ran this one in his AI?
27,000. We're right there. Like, I would list this like low to mid threes, probably maybe like 340, 330.
This is Brian. I think he just ran it through his AI or something. Like, he built an AI through Land Portal's API to comp things. 293, 27 an acre, 27. We had 27.5 to 28. 5, I believe, and it's gonna be somewhere in this ballpark. Again, guys, what I would do, let's keep on adding, Dan. You have to, you guys kind of saw as we were going through here.
I was gonna
Like
put realtor too.
I test or like look.
No, it's more like form your own opinion.
Form,
like
okay.
Based on the other
Opinion.
data points. So it's like form your own
Then
opinion. Yeah.
Look at real comps. I don't know if real makes sense. You gotta look at
individual and weigh them in your head. And then next would be a realtor.
And look at real comps. And we're kind of right there. 28,000, I think, Dan, is probably a good ballpark. That one is weird, though. It's a weird shaped property that sold for $40,000 an acre.
I think we can push it. That might have been a really good auction house.
Form your own opinion. Look at individual comps. Realtor opinion. This is if needed.
This is good. Guys, you see our confidence. Like if I had a confidence out of 100% right now, I'd probably be above 90.
I would guarantee
like I would be fine listing this for
330,000 an acre, which is less than 10%.
I would list this for, I would push it a little bit and list it for maybe like, how many acres was ours, Ron? Huh?
Who you calling today, Brian? This the owner.
How many acres is this, Ron?
This is 10.7, I believe. 10.7.
30,000. I would list for around 30,000 an acre. I really think those recent comps you got to take into consideration.
Let's get into some questions as we finish out here, guys. But the key to this is there's steps. Like there, use AI for sure. You got to look at this by hand as well. Look at real comps. Look at individual comps. I said real. Look at individual comps. Look at the quality of land difference. And kind of like you see issues like, okay, that one realtor, both of these had improvements on them. So you got to take that into account as well. One had more structures on it. The other had driveway gate, stuff like that. Let me get some questions. I had some questions pinned here. How many mailers and calls would you expect to need to send out to get a minor subdivide deal? There's a lot of factors. Like I'd love to give you an exact, but I don't want to give you a number and then be like, I sent this many, I didn't get a deal. What's wrong, Ron? I think 10,000 is pretty safe for mailers. I think if you're being very particular about what you're targeting, your strategies are well, you're answering the phone, you're vetting leads well, I think 10,000 is very realistic for a minor subdivide.
For mail?
Correct.
For yeah. I think that's reasonable.
How do you choose the best programmer software in terms of accuracy, affordability, easy usage, Land Portal, Land Pilot, Stride? They're all different in terms of like, in terms of what you're saying here. I mean, testing things out is always valuable for sure. Stride's a CRM. Land Pilot is, he does,
of course,
he does like some done for you stuff in there. He uses Land Portal a lot. But yeah, test things out. We also use the comp report. Brian said, hold on. We also use the
Brian, we got
poured through your bank, compared this and the seller's asking price now to rank the lead and give our team a priority each day. That's awesome. The API stuff, guys, if you are on Land Portal, I know there's a big range of land investors here in terms of some people have never done a deal. Some people have never, like this is their first time here today versus some people who are on Land Portal, they're doing deals. Using the API is going to help you. Everyone who has a Land Portal account has access to the API.
Brian, I'm going to shoot you a text and show you some cool things we got on Friday coming.
Some really cool stuff. What's your confidence in blended price per acre produced in the API due diligence report? Is that what you talk about from the webinar? I think it does a good job. Again, it's a tool. You need to make sure you look in individual comps. I will never skip that. No one's going to ever tell me to buy. I just recorded a video on on AI reviewing land versus me reviewing land. I think it'll be out in the next few days. It's a little short video. And it's like, you can't, it's not going to be.
You got to be careful. It's like this, Ron. If if you have all these comps and you're looking at a house and there's a bunch of houses scattered that are 3 2 bedrooms in my zip code that have the same price, right? Maybe they're a mile away, a mile and a half, 2 miles, right? And then one sold in my neighborhood last week, and the AI is looking at all of them together and kind of blending it into what it thinks, right? But then you see your next door neighbor's house sold the same exact size as yours last week, and you're like, I don't need to look at any more of these comps. I have my neighbor's house that just sold on the market, literally same house as me. And that's the one you need to focus on. That's why Ron keeps saying over and over in this webinar, like, you got to find 1 or 2 really good comps, because that's what AI tries to identify a little bit of, and our comp report does too, and it puts weight. But still, like, similar properties is so important. Distance, type of land, all of that stuff matters tremendously. That's what Ron's
And I like
saying.
what Brian said, Dan. Like, he uses it to prioritize leads. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
prioritizing leads. It's not like he's throwing any leads out based on what the AI said, but it definitely is going to help in terms of like, okay, they're really willing to sell. We're close on price. We need to put a high priority on this. Yeah, Brian, these updates on Friday are cool. There are some very.
It's not with comping, just to be
Not with
clear, because I
comping.
know we're going over comping now. It's a whole nother
I can't
functionality.
wait.
We'll have a webinar
Maybe
on
we'll
it.
show maybe we'll show it to our members here today. Awesome. Other than that, guys, we are going to end it there. Use the tools, guys, but you got to learn how to do it yourself as well. Looking at individual comps is really valuable. Like I've said, Dan said, I've said it over and over today. Other than that, we'll see you guys next week, every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, everybody.